So, book review for you. Also, check out my awesome shirt from school. I'm a sign language interpretation major, doing a sign language interpretation degree, whatever. And I just got this yesterday. I'm very excited. So this book is Gay by Juno Dawson. I know it says James Dawson on the cover, and I honestly wasn't really sure how to go about that, because this is an older copy and it says their previous name on it, so don't jump down my throat for anything I say in this. They've since transitioned and go by Juno Dawson now, and I'm thinking female pronouns, but I'm not sure, so I'm using they, them ones to be safe, because I don't want anybody to attack me. So this book is meant to be like a guidebook for being gay, or like some of the other books I've read, like Doing It by Hannah Witten or Sex Plus by Lacey Green, where it tells you all about, it's basically sex ed in a book. Not just the physical stuff, but the social, emotional, relational, just everything. However, this one is mainly gay focused, with, general, not straight, not cis focus. So I give this 3 stars, and I'm going to tell you the shorter version of why I gave it 3 stars, because it is a good book for what it is. It is really good at being exactly what it intends to be. So I knocked it down to 4 stars because I would give it 5 stars because it's exactly what it intends to be. I knocked it down to 4 stars because this came out in 2015, and some parts of it are just dated or not relevant anymore, and it even says in the book that they had to do a revision, because the first edition had gay marriage as illegal in the US, and that changed later that year. So there's probably later editions, this is just the one that my library had for me. And then I knocked it down to 3 stars because this book is really inclusive, happy, nice, and positive, and still realistic about everything. It's really big on knocking down stigmas and stereotypes, and stigmas and stereotypes are horrible, and like I said, inclusive, happy, nice, about everybody, everything, regardless of religion. Like, it's even knocking down stigmas against HIV. But it's actively doing the opposite for HSV, which is, if you don't know, is herpes. And I think it's really crappy that you're not saying anything negative about any other STI. And I know the HIV AIDS thing in the 80s, crisis, pandemic, whatever you want to call it, is still very influential to the non-straight community. And that's why it's got more space in here. It's really important to talk about, etc., etc. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem when you're sitting there for 2 whole pages saying we should knock down the stigma against HIV, and yeah, it's crap if you have it, but we've got meds now and it's manageable, and don't be mean to people about it. And then the little paragraph that you talk about HSV, the very first word you describe it is nasty. And then later in the book you mention in a list of, so there was a list of pros and cons for monogamy and non-monogamy, and in the list of cons for non-monogamy, HSV or herpes was listed and HIV was not. And while I don't disagree with them listing HSV, I think it would be better to list both, or just say STIs in general, because I think that makes more sense. So yeah, I got knocked down to 3 stars for that, because it seemed like that group, that STI, people with that STI were getting really, how do I say this, YouTube friendly, crapped upon. And no other group in the book was. I mean,
they were getting singled out for all the negative banter.
Yeah, I mean, even
there's no support for it whatsoever, and it's wrong, you know.
Even talking about different religions and their views on, not straightness and not cisness was, yeah, some people are, mean, but not everybody in this religion is, and blah, 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 blah. It seemed like this one STI was the only thing in the whole book, the only thing people with it, the only group of people in the whole book that were getting treated crappily. And that really ticked me off. So, other than those things, it is a good book, and if it sounds like something that would be helpful to you, I would still recommend reading it. Just keep those things in mind. Sorry about the rantiness, but like I said, it ticked me off. Questions, comments, opinions, let me know down below. Don't chew me out, and if you do, you better have a good reason for it. Love discussing things with you guys. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.